the noise next door. And then what was the first one, bro? You're on fucking thin ice, T-Rod. You fucking giggling right now, bro? You think that shit's funny? Is that what you get when you rank up on Marvel Rivals? Dude, I'm not tapping in. The rubber brings you SCP Foundation, Euclid class object, SCP-303 animation. SCP-303, also known as the Doorman, its head is dominated by an extremely large mouth and oversized human teeth. We just read that. So it's lore accurate.
The Foundation ordered a male D-Class personnel to torture D-3032 with a combat knife until she opened the door. After 2 hours of tormenting, D-3032 died from blood loss. She made no attempt to open the door in the entire process.
Is this the fucking
everybody.
intro?
I'm the
Oh
Rubber.
shit.
Today, we bring you SCP Foundation Euclid Class Object SCP-303. SCP-303, also...
Wait. What? Was that other SCP getting interrogated? That was a hell of an intro. I'm intrigued. You hooked me, bro. God damn.
known as the Doorman, is a nude, sexless, emaciated humanoid figure with reddish-brown skin.
It's a dream
Instead
physique.
of normal facial features, its head is dominated by an extremely large mouth, which
It's kind of built like the Black Ops Zombies crawler and just stand up. It's a little more red.
bears a set of oversized human teeth. It continually vocalizes a wheezing noise loud enough to be heard from the other side of most solid doors. SCP-303 will periodically materialize behind any
Just
closed
spawns
door
and shit.
or other entryway barrier opposite an observer, chosen by unknown means. 303 will then remain behind the door for an indeterminate amount of time. Any individual attempting to open the door or barrier will experience intense, paralyzing fear that lasts until 303 dematerializes. However, analysis indicates that SCP-303 is not, in fact, purposefully inducing fear in the victims. SCP-303 does not allow itself to come into direct visual contact with any observer, and has never allowed any individual to view more than 10% of its form. When the door or other entryway barrier is partially or completely transparent, 303 will materialize in an orientation that leaves only 10% or less of its
It's like a chameleon? Wait, if it's sexless, how does it reproduce?
or cause effects of fog or frost on the transparent surface to achieve the same effect. If SCP-303 is approached from a direction in which there is not a solid object or door-breaking line of sight, it will dematerialize before direct visual contact is made.
What? Wait. Is this supposed to be scary? You said the shit peek on my mom. It's just some little shy naked dude towing around. His feet were like pointed in. I don't want you to see me only 10%. Even when he blends in, like when he is seen, it's like just his head.
Any electronic or complex mechanical devices that 303 encounters will temporarily be disabled. 303 has made no recorded attempt to engage any observer physically or verbally. In an incident, a Foundation agent was showering in her private quarters bathroom when she became aware of the presence of 303 on the opposite side of the shower curtain. It was wheezing extremely loudly. Startled by the discovery, she accidentally struck the shower curtain, causing it to sway outwards. The curtain partially wrapped around 303, revealing that it was less than 0.5 meters from the curtain, standing erect and facing the shower.
What? Wait. The fuck going on?
Curtain, causing it to sway outwards. The curtain partially wrapped around 303, revealing that it was less than 0.5 meters from the curtain.
Why is he itching his heel?
I'm out. You think I'm about to... I'm not watching this! Look!
Freaky ass SCP! Wait, what was erect?
Boner.
Oh, hell no, bro.
The agent reports spending approximately the next 3 hours sobbing in the shower, quietly, as not to disturb 303. Luckily, the agent was able to exit the shower when 303's wheezing stopped.
This motherfucker just sent me a SCP. Wait, what? He's like, I'm done, bro. After his wheezing stopped,
In another incident,
there's another, oh my god, he's a serial offender. Oh my god, we gotta lock up SCP-303. Oh my god, bro. He was not in SCP Foundation. Did this one just drop? Did he say that for dramatic effect, he was standing there erect, as in like still, like very still and solid. The rubber. There's like 16 other words you could have used.
In another incident, an agent encountered 303 inside the Foundation's break room. He was attempting to obtain coffee creamer from the counter cabinet when he heard loud wheezing emanating from the cabinet and was overtaken
beating
by
it everywhere.
fear. The agent later reported that 303 was huddled in the cabinet in a fetal position. The agent was too afraid to open the cabinet at that moment, but later, when the cabinet was examined, one container of powdered coffee creamer was missing. This is the first recorded instance of SCP-303 removing an object from a scene. After the object missing incident, a professor was discovered dead from dehydration in a second-floor storage room. It was estimated that the professor spent up to 5 days in the storage room before being discovered. A small 4-meter by 4-meter decompression chamber.
Wait. Hold the fuck on. Wait, I'm so lost. Hold on. Yeah.
After the object missing incident, a professor was discovered dead from dehydration in a second-floor.
A professor was discovered dead from dehydration. God damn. People go on like water fasts and shit now. Like Dana White. He's like, went on a week water fast. Look how shredded I am before and after. They always got their hands up like this. They're all leaner. It died of dehydration. What the fuck? No.
Or storage room. It was estimated that the professor spent up to 5 days in the storage room before being discovered. A small 4-meter by 4-meter decompression chamber separated the storage room from the adjoining hallway. 303 occupied the decompression chamber for the duration of the professor's isolation in the storage room, disallowing entry from either direction and making it impossible for him to leave. After all the above incidents, a team consisting of a researcher, a professor, 4 security personnel, and 4 D-class personnel were assigned to immediately perform on-site testing. The following test took place at the door to a room from the first-floor hallway, which SCP-303 was reported to be within the room. One male D-class personnel, D-3031, was ordered to open the door, and threatened that if he does not open the door, he would be transferred to another horrible SCP duty for non-compliance. He refused, citing extreme fear. Then, the Foundation threatened him again, saying that if he doesn't do it, he would be terminated on the spot for non-compliance. He refused, claiming that if he were to do so, that
Wait, are those what? Lower class prisoners or something? Like they just use them all as bait? I don't know the entire SCP lore, but apparently this motherfucker real.
SCP-303 would hurt him. He was terminated on the spot. Shortly after, a female D-class personnel.
Bro, what? So weird, bro. You really press enter on that shit. That pause kind of fucked up the timing. That freaky ass 100. Thank you for the bits, bro.
On the spot. Shortly after, a female D-class personnel, D-3032, that had witnessed the termination of D-3031 was ordered to open the door, and threatened that she would be terminated on the spot for non-compliance. She refused, claiming that if she opened the door, that SCP-303 would hurt her. And although D-3032 was not terminated, the Foundation ordered a male D-class personnel, D-3033, to torture D-3032 with a combat knife until she opened the door. After 2 hours of tormenting, D-3032 died from blood loss. She made no attempt to open the door in the entire process.
Okay, so nothing changed and he just murdered her. Nobody even opened the door, and the SCP is still chilling.
Being his shit on the other side.
Listening to y'all.
The Foundation once assigned Dr. Hessen to test on SCP-303, along with SCP-729-J. SCP-729-J is a soft toy that gives death stare and corrode anything or anyone who even catches a slight look at it. When Dr. Hessen was told to walk through the door with 303 on the other side while holding SCP-729-J, 303 promptly opened the door for Dr. Hessen and ushered her through before quickly exiting the room, with Dr. Hessen showing no sign of the usual fear response. 303 was found 6 hours later in an abandoned storage closet in a fetal position, sucking its thumb. SCP-303 appears to have claimed the second-floor storage room as its own. It has so far disallowed any personnel entry to the room since May 4th of 2010. It leaves periodically to acquire Foundation property, which is then moved into the second floor storage room. To date, 303 has acquired 1 cryotube, 3 sets of standard Foundation surgical equipment, 2 D-class research cadavers, 1 gasoline-powered generator, a variety large quantities of chemicals, and also a container of powdered coffee creamer. In addition to this, a number of classified materials have been obtained by SCP-303. Staff are still attempting to determine what specific purposes SCP-303 may have for these materials.
He's on some Schedule 1 shit or something. He's starting a small business. He just a chemist now? They don't charge him rent or confiscate any of this shit? He's in the SCP Foundation? Why does he get a slide?
Also suspected of stealing SCP-573 and SCP-899.
Stole them.
This incident was recorded in Site-62's containment breach record. It was about 1:34 a.m. that day, and 303 manifests outside Site-62's main entrance. Security personnel were panicking and fleeing.
He's recruiting other SCPs and brainwashing them. He's like building a reformed SCP team. He's like the SCP Charles Manson, bro.
303 opens Site-62's main entrance doors. Video feeds overcome with static for a period of 36 seconds. Video blackout follows possible route of entity through site. Then, a SCP personnel reported seeing 303. It headed towards inanimate SCP storage vaults. Security team was tasked to contain 303 immediately.
They got riot
After
shields?
about 20 minutes, the entire security team was incapacitated by SCP-3.
Bro, man, flashbang his shit out. What the fuck? They got guns and shit?
303. 303 exits Site-62 unopposed, and video interference finally ceases. Security later reports an overwhelming feeling of terror, preventing them from acting against 303. Upon inspection of Site-62 after the incident, SCP-573 was found missing. Warning sent out to all sites to be on guard for the entity. However, things didn't just end there. Around 6:17 in the evening the next day, personnel at an unknown site report feeling of unease and panic. As the site is situated in the Rocky Mountains, it was put on lockdown while nearby sites were contacted. All the video feeds of the site were disrupted. Power fails, distress signal deactivates automatically. The site was unresponsive to outside contact. After an hour, MTF Alpha 16 finally arrived at the site.
Oh my god! They're gonna need the fucking X-Men to take this dude out. Holy shit, they should make a game on this. Bro's aura kills people? Yeah, he was just standing there and he took out the room. Is there no counter for him? Usually SCPs have a weakness, no?
But all personnel found dead of evisceration or remain missing.
Eviscerated,
MTF
bro.
fails to verify location of anomaly housed at the site. SCP-899 declared missing.
She's so brainwashed, bro.
Anomaly housed at the site. SCP-899 declared missing. As SCP-303 has not yet been known to travel beyond the boundaries of an unknown site of the SCP Foundation, the entire area of the site is currently considered as SCP-303's containment area.
Yeah, you gotta quarantine that
All rooms in
shit.
the site are to be altered, as to have 2 entrances separated by a distance
Oh my
of 10
god,
meters.
you gotta drop an airstrike on that shit. Man, storm his shit with the shotgun. The fuck? Drop some Nova 6 gas on that homie.
Or line of sight. Personnel are to be distributed evenly throughout the facility, with available radio or intercom contact, so that encounters may be resolved quickly. Personnel who witness SCP-303 are to be submitted for immediate psychiatric evaluation. All SCP objects housed at the same site since before April 6, 2010 are to be transferred to another site, one at a time.
I mean, I know he's sexless,
But is he sexual?
but hypothetically, if they can reproduce, how did he come to be? Was he genetically modified into an SCP? They're having SCP freak-offs in that Foundation, bro. He grows a sprout. Yeah, he just pops that shit. He only brings it out when it he only brings that thing out when it's needed. Hey, he didn't get the eyes right.
I'm not in there, you'd be my first and only target, Max.
Target on his mother, was that a good video? I think that was pretty good. Who's a creative mind? behind SCP-303. Yeah, Dr. Akamoto's the author, so it looks like a side project. That's sick. Freaky ass SCP.